pasó, güey? To your homeboy Quetzalcoatl, hitting you up with another video. Now, in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover the Erislandy Lara versus Vanes Martirosyan fight that, if you haven't heard by now, ended up in a technical draw. The ending of the fight was anticlimactic, which tainted what otherwise would have been a great fight. In my eyes, in my opinion, the way I judge the fight, at the point of the stoppage, of course, in the ninth round, it only went a couple seconds, but the judges scored it anyway. I had that 10-10 at the point of the stoppage. I had Erislandy Lara up by 2 points in somewhat of a close fight, and essentially there were still 4 rounds left. I thought that Erislandy Lara had solid defense in this fight. So he was real smooth, technical, and Vanes was the aggressor. And although Vanes was able to catch Lara with a couple of good clean shots, you saw that Lara had his moments as well, and in those moments he was making Vanes look pretty bad. Vanes was effective. He had his moments. One of the flaws that I saw in Vanes, that he would have to work on that, on not making that a habit, is that certain times in that fight, his defense was pretty much just backing up, and he really wouldn't do anything. You really wouldn't see him throw punches as he's backing up. He would just straight back up, and against more aggressive fighters such as Perrongulo, James Kirkland, or even Canelo, backing up like that would put him in problems. Because of course, Erislandy Lara, this was more of a who's basically a defensive fighter. He was lucky that Erislandy Lara wasn't as aggressive, because other fighters, such as the ones that I just mentioned, would have been coming forward, and they would have put Vanes in problems. I kind of feel like Lara got the fucked up end of the stick again. You know what I'm saying? Because he beat Paul Williams and was robbed of that. And of course, in this fight, I had him winning by 2 points. But at the same time, like I said, there were still 4 rounds left. The fight could have gone either way. No one knows. But if the fight had to be judged at that point, I mean, Lara took it. I think that Vanes is somewhat lucky that he ended up with a draw, and it would have been fucked up too at the same time if Vanes would have got his first loss because of a headbutt. You know what I'm saying? But Lara won on points, and that's what it was. So under the circumstances, Vanes was lucky to leave with a draw in this fight. This fight was, of course, a WBC eliminator. The winner was going to fight Canelo. Now that that's kind of up in the air, because they're going to have a rematch. And both fighters would have presented different styles for Canelo, and Canelo would have had to fought each fighter differently. Of course, Vanes, I think that would have been much more of an action fight versus Canelo. I think that Canelo would have had to have boxed a lot more versus Vanes, pick his moments to be aggressive, as you've seen in his past fights. Although Canelo still hasn't fought elite competition, he does have big names such as Sugar Shane Mosley on his resume, but Shane Mosley was just a shell of what he once was. That wasn't the prime Sugar Shane Mosley that he fought. So you have seen that Canelo can be patient, he can pick his moments, and he can be very effective like that. Whether he would be as effective against elite competition, that is still yet to be seen. And against Lara, he would have I think if he would have fought Lara, Canelo would have had to been far more aggressive, because Lara is a great defensive fighter who, if Canelo would try to strictly just box with him, Lara's defense would present a lot of problems for Canelo. But as I've said, Canelo has shown the patience to pick his spots, and he has been effective so far, but he hasn't really been tested, and that's pretty much just for the fucking future to see and shit. If you like this shit, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know your opinion on this fight. What do you think should happen? Do you think there should be an immediate rematch? Do you think one of them should be contracted to fight Canelo? Do you think Canelo should fight Mayweather in May? Or, let me know what the fuck is up. And subscribe to my shit. This is Quetzalcoatl signing the fuck on out.